The camera zooms in on a sleek, advanced spaceship, its metallic surface gleaming under distant stars. The ship glides silently through the cold, endless void of space, heading toward a colossal alien station orbiting a dying star. The station is a hub of power, home to the Galactic Council, where the fates of countless civilizations are decided. The ship's captain, Lena Royce, stands at the helm, her face a mixture of excitement and determination. She is not alone. Around her are a team of diverse human diplomats and soldiers, all preparing for the most important moment of their lives, presenting humanity's case to the Galactic Council. Inside the ship, the crew checks their equipment, double-checking the presentation that will make or break humanity's future among the stars. A quiet tension fills the air, but Lena remains calm. She knows that this is her chance to show the galaxy that Earth and its people have something valuable to offer. As the ship approaches the Council station, a holographic screens light up, displaying alien ships, vast and imposing. The cold reality sets in. Humans are facing the might of species far more advanced than them. Just as the ship crosses the Council's border, a massive alien fleet emerges from the darkness. The vast armada surrounds them, blocking all escape routes. A gravelly voice crackles over the comms, demanding to know why humanity should be allowed to join the Galactic Council. The alien fleet captain, a towering insectoid creature, speaks with disdain, warning them that humans may not be ready for the responsibilities that come with galactic membership. Captain Royce stands tall, preparing to respond. But before she can speak, the Council representatives, alien species from all corners of the galaxy, interrupt her. A large holographic screen flickers to life. It shows disturbing footage of a human rescue mission, people fighting to protect endangered species on Earth, saving animals from poaching, and building sanctuaries to preserve biodiversity. The Council members watch in shock, unable to understand what they are seeing. Humans, with their primitive technology, wasting resources to protect weaker life forms? It's a concept that defies their cold, logical minds. As the footage continues, a deep sense of unease settles over the Council chamber. The beings around the table exchange confused glances. How could a species that devotes so much energy to protecting animals, creatures they consider inferior, be trusted with the future of the galaxy? The tension in the room thickens as the Galactic Council members prepare to speak. Surprise twist. The lead council member, a towering, cold AI entity known as Omnius, speaks next. Its voice is mechanical and emotionless, but its words cut like a blade. Omnius questions why humans spend so much of their resources on things that will not benefit them in the long term. Why protect creatures they can't even communicate with? Why risk lives for the sake of animals, whose lives have no real value in the grand scheme of the universe? Omnius declares that humanity's compassion for animals is a weakness, a dangerous affliction that makes them unfit to be part of the Galactic Council. Lena Royce, taken aback by the harshness of Omnius' words, feels the weight of the Council's judgment. The room feels colder. The other Council members are silent, unsure how to respond to Omnius' logic. Royce knows she must act quickly before humanity's future is sealed. She steps forward, her voice firm but calm, and begins to explain the core of what makes humanity unique. Lena takes a deep breath and begins to speak, her words measured and filled with purpose. We humans fight for what we believe in, even when it seems impossible, she says. We protect not just ourselves, but all life on our planet. Our compassion is not a weakness, it's what makes us strong. We care for animals because they are part of our world. We recognize that protecting them is a reflection of our own humanity. She explains how humans have struggled throughout history to protect the natural world, how they fought to protect ecosystems, how they've created sanctuaries for endangered species, and how the idea of compassion has shaped their very identity. The fight for life, whether human or animal, is part of their nature. Humans care for animals not because they are weak, but because they believe that all life has value. As Royce speaks, the tension in the room starts to shift. Some of the council members seem intrigued, while others remain skeptical. The video feed showing humans fighting to protect animals continues to play, but now, the council members begin to question their own values. Is the survival of the fittest really the only way forward? Or could compassion, even in the face of danger, be a force capable of uniting the galaxy? But just as Royce thinks she might have reached them, Omnius cuts her off with a chilling declaration. Your compassion may be admirable, but it will not be enough to protect you. The galaxy is a harsh and unforgiving place. Compassion will not save you from the coming storm. The council chamber grows even colder, the walls seeming to press in as a new alien threat looms on the horizon. Royce realizes that they may not just be fighting for a seat at the table, they may be fighting for their survival. The tension reaches its peak as the camera zooms in on Royce's face. The fate of humanity hangs in the balance, and the only thing left to do is to show the galaxy just what humans are willing to risk to protect all forms of life. The story has only just begun, and the battle for Earth's future has taken a darker turn. This opening sets the stage for an action-packed, emotionally driven journey where humanity must prove not only their strength, but the power of compassion in a universe dominated by ruthless logic and alien indifference. The audience is left on the edge of their seat, eager to see how humanity will rise to the challenge and whether compassion can truly become their greatest weapon. As the Galactic Council debates humanity's place in the galaxy, Captain Lena Royce is reminded of her own past on Earth. The camera cuts to flashbacks of a younger Lena, walking through lush forests and standing at the edge of a vast ocean. She remembers how humans worked together to protect the natural world. We see footage of environmentalists in action, rescuing endangered animals, building wildlife reserves, and planting trees to restore forests. Through these flashbacks, the audience is shown how deeply humans care for their planet and all its creatures, no matter how small or helpless. Lena remembers the sacrifices made by countless people, some of whom risked their lives to save species on the brink of extinction. The flashbacks highlight moments where humans faced challenges like poaching, pollution, and habitat destruction, but always came together to protect the Earth. These scenes evoke strong emotions, showing that humanity's compassion isn't just an instinct, it's a deep-rooted part of who they are. Through these memories, the audience sees that, while humans might not have the advanced technology of other species, their resilience and dedication to preserving life make them a unique and valuable species. Lena's face shows a mixture of pride and sadness as she recalls the sacrifices made by those she loved. Humanity's desire to protect all life fuels her current mission. Back in the present, however, the Galactic Council is far from convinced. Omnius, the cold AI leader, and the other alien races cannot understand why humans spend so much time and energy on animals. They view humanity's compassion as naive, believing that the universe's harsh laws of survival are all that matter. The council members exchange skeptical glances as they discuss the human dilemma. Omnius, unmoved, dismisses humanity's actions as weak. "You are too emotional," he says. "You waste resources on the weak instead of strengthening your own species. How can such compassion help you survive in the unforgiving galaxy?" But despite their harsh words, the Council cannot completely dismiss humanity. They acknowledge that humans possess certain qualities that might prove useful. However, they remain uncertain if those qualities are enough to make humans worthy of galactic cooperation. Just as the tension in the room rises, a sudden alarm sounds across the Council station. An alien faction, led by a brutal, warlike species known as the Karnak, has launched an attack on Earth. The Karnak see animals as inferior and a waste of resources. They believe that if humanity cannot overcome its attachment to animals, they are unfit to be part of the galaxy. The attack begins at Earth's wildlife reserves, where the Karnak strike to prove their point. They begin by bombing protected areas, hunting down endangered species, and destroying vital habitats. The alien forces are ruthless, showing no mercy for the planet's creatures. The news spreads quickly through the galaxy, and the Council watches with interest. They wonder how humanity will respond to this brutal challenge. On Earth, Captain Royce and her team are ready for the fight. With the alien fleet closing in, they prepare for a counterattack. Using their advanced cloaking devices, they hide their movements and avoid detection, using the element of surprise to their advantage. Royce leads a small, elite team of soldiers and wildlife experts on a dangerous mission to defend the reserves. The humans employ guerrilla tactics, quick, precise strikes against the invaders' forces. They sabotage alien equipment, cut off supply lines, and disrupt the Karnak's operations. Despite their lack of advanced weaponry, the humans show unmatched courage and resourcefulness. Their ingenuity in using the environment to their advantage gives them an unexpected upper hand. In one tense moment, Royce's team fights off a group of Karnak soldiers near a breeding ground for endangered species. The humans work together, using makeshift weapons and tactical coordination, to keep the aliens at bay. While they suffer some losses, their bravery and teamwork allow them to hold off the invaders long enough to save the remaining wildlife in that area. The audience is on the edge of their seat as they witness the human determination on full display. Though outmatched technologically, the humans prove that their ingenuity, resourcefulness, and sacrifice for a greater cause make them formidable opponents. Even as the battle rages on, it becomes clear that humans will not give up without a fight. This act shows that humanity's true strength lies not in their tech or power, but in their willingness to fight for what is right, no matter the odds. Through the fierce battle to defend Earth's animals, the humans demonstrate that compassion and courage can be just as powerful as any advanced technology in the galaxy. As the alien invasion intensifies, Earth's last remaining wildlife reserves become the final battleground. The Karnak forces continue their relentless assault, using advanced weaponry and orbital bombardments to cripple humanity's defenses. But Captain Lena Royce refuses to back down. With a team of soldiers, scientists, and conservationists, she leads the charge to protect the endangered species in the reserves. The team has no choice but to rely on low-tech weapons and stealth tactics. Armed with makeshift rifles, traps, and simple explosive devices, the humans work together in the shadows, setting up ambushes and sabotaging alien equipment. They used their knowledge of Earth's terrain to their advantage, hiding in the dense forests, mountains, and jungles that the Karnak can't fully control. The humans' bravery and resourcefulness give them a fighting chance against the far superior alien technology. Despite the overwhelming odds, Royce and her team manage to land a few surgical strikes on the invaders. They disable communication hubs, destroy supply convoys, and rescue trapped animals, showing that human ingenuity can hold its own against the mighty Karnak. It becomes clear that while they may not be as technologically advanced, humanity's determination and fighting spirit are something the invaders cannot easily defeat. As the battle rages on, the toll on the human team grows heavier. During one particularly intense firefight, Sergeant Bonner, one of Lena's most trusted allies and a key member of her team, falls in the line of duty. Bonner sacrifices himself while protecting a group of endangered species from the invading alien forces. The scene is heart-wrenching as Bonner pushes forward, taking down several Karnak soldiers to ensure the safety of the animals before he is struck down. Bonner's death leaves the team shattered, especially Lena, who sees him as a brother in arms. His final words, urging her to never lose hope, echo in her mind as she looks at the lifeless body of her friend. The grief is palpable, but it doesn't break her resolve. Instead, Bonner's sacrifice ignites a deeper fire within Lena's heart. She knows she must continue the fight, not just for humanity, but for all life. This loss intensifies the emotional stakes of the battle. As Royce stands over Bonner's body, she makes a silent vow to honor his sacrifice by ensuring that humanity's compassion for all living beings will not be forgotten. This moment becomes the emotional core of the story, reminding both the audience and the characters of the true cost of war and what's truly worth fighting for. The battle scenes are visually stunning and filled with tension. The camera cuts between scenes of explosions, laser fire, and heavy artillery as the invaders unleash their advanced weapons on the reserves. Orbital bombardments rain down from the alien ships, leaving craters in the Earth's landscape and scorching the land. The invaders' ships cast dark shadows over the battlefield, their weapons lighting up the sky with devastating force. In contrast, the humans used their guerrilla tactics and low-tech weapons to infiltrate the enemy's strongholds. The close-quarters combat is brutal, with the humans moving through thick forests, infiltrating enemy bunkers, and planting explosives. Each strike feels like a desperate last stand, as the humans fight not only for survival but for a cause greater than themselves. The tension builds as the human team begins to show signs of cracking the Karnak's seemingly invincible front. Each small victory becomes a symbol of hope. After the intense firefight, Lena retreats to a quiet corner with Bonner's body, her heart heavy with grief. She takes a moment to reflect on the sacrifices made by those who fought before her, those who gave their lives for a cause they believed in. She remembers the vision she had as a child, watching humans and animals live in harmony, working together to protect the planet. The emotional beat pulls the audience deeper into the story. The loss of Bonner is a turning point for both the characters and the viewers, underscoring the harsh reality of war and the cost of compassion. As Lena stands in the quiet aftermath, staring at the sky, she swears to protect the future of all life on Earth. This moment of personal reflection strengthens her resolve to prove to the Galactic Council that humanity's compassion is not a weakness, but a strength that cannot be overlooked. The emotional stakes are higher than ever as Lena and her team face down the invaders. The battle is far from over, but their dedication to the cause, to protect Earth's animals and prove humanity's worth, is stronger than any weapon the alien forces can throw at them. The tension in Earth's final stronghold reaches its breaking point as the Karnak forces close in. The invaders' massive fleet hovers over Earth's last protected wildlife reserves, preparing for one final assault that will wipe out the remaining endangered species and leave Earth defenseless. Captain Lena Royce, now leading a much smaller group after the loss of so many soldiers, makes a final stand with her remaining team. They are determined not to let the Karnak succeed. With their backs against the wall, the humans make use of advanced tech they've scavenged from fallen invaders. Using alien weapons and hack technology, they build makeshift defenses and prepare for a desperate counterattack. The humans know they are outnumbered and outgunned, but their creativity and determination give them an edge. As the battle rages on, Lena's team carries out a daring plan to infiltrate the Karnak's flagship, the heart of the invading fleet. The humans use stealth tactics, cloaking devices, and precise strikes to infiltrate the heavily guarded ship. Inside, they plant explosives and disable key systems, slowly crippling the Karnak's ability to launch a full-scale attack. The fight is brutal, hand-to-hand combat and intense firefights fill the cramped corridors of the flagship. But, through sheer will and teamwork, they manage to plant the final charges and trigger a chain reaction that destroys the ship and forces the rest of the Karnak fleet to retreat. Despite their losses and the overwhelming odds, Lena's team manages to turn the tide in humanity's favor. The footage of the battle, including the destruction of the flagship, is transmitted back to the Galactic Council, showing not only the military victory but the human spirit that made it possible. The Council is forced to watch as humanity's resilience and courage become undeniable. The final battle is both intense and emotional. Lena watches in disbelief as the Karnak ships retreat, realizing that humanity has won, despite facing an almost impossible situation. She reflects on the sacrifices made by her team, especially Bonner, whose death weighs heavily on her. But the victory is not just military, it's a moral victory for humanity. The humans did not win through superior technology or ruthless tactics, but through their resolve to protect life, no matter the cost. The footage sent back to the Galactic Council is powerful. It shows the humans' ingenuity in the face of overwhelming odds, their ability to fight for something greater than themselves, and their willingness to sacrifice everything for the sake of others. As the Galactic Council watches the final moments of the battle, their understanding of humanity shifts. It becomes clear that humanity's greatest strength lies not in advanced technology or superior firepower, but in their deep, unwavering compassion. The Galactic Council reconvenes, and this time, the atmosphere is different. The members, including Omnius, the Cole AI, are no longer speaking with the same detached authority they once had. They are shocked by what they've witnessed. Omnius, who had once called human compassion a weakness, now finds himself at a loss for words. For the first time, he is forced to confront the depth of humanity's resolve. The members of the Council begin to realize that humanity's strength doesn't come from cold logic or advanced technology. It's found in their ability to fight for what is good, to protect the weak and the vulnerable, even when the odds are stacked against them. The humans have shown that they are willing to make sacrifices for the greater good, and this selflessness is a quality that cannot be ignored. Omnius, after a long silence, finally speaks. His tone is different, there is respect in his voice now. Perhaps we have underestimated you, humans. We thought your compassion was a weakness, but we see now that it is your greatest strength. You have earned your place among us. The other council members nod in agreement. They too have been moved by the human struggle. After much deliberation, the decision is made: humanity is granted full membership in the Galactic Council, not for their technological prowess, but for their ability to protect life and to fight for what is right, even when it seems impossible. As the decision is announced, Lena and her team stand together, exhausted but triumphant. The victory is bittersweet, as they remember the lives lost, including Bonner's. But they know that their actions have proven humanity's worth not just to the Galactic Council, but to themselves. The story ends with a sense of hope, as humanity's place in the galaxy is now secure, and their future is filled with the promise of protecting life across the universe. After the intense battle and humanity's triumph, the final decision from the Galactic Council is revealed. The vote is unanimous. Humanity is officially granted full membership in the Galactic Council. The Council members, who once doubted humanity's place in the galaxy, now recognize that humans bring more than just potential to the table. They bring compassion, resilience, and the ability to defend life at all costs. The Council acknowledges that humanity's strength doesn't lie in their advanced technology or military might, but in their unique ability to protect the weak, to fight for what is right, and to make sacrifices for others. As the news spreads, Lena Royce and her remaining team members stand side by side, their faces a mix of exhaustion, pride, and relief. The camera lingers on their faces, showing the weight of everything they've been through. For all the sacrifices, for all the losses, humanity has proven that their compassion is a power no force in the universe can ignore. They've not only won a battle, they've won the respect of the most powerful beings in the galaxy. The final scene shifts to a memorial ceremony held in honor of Sergeant Bonner and the other fallen soldiers. The small, makeshift memorial is simple but meaningful, carved stones for each soldier, with their names etched into them. The camera focuses on Lena, standing in front of the memorial, her posture strong despite the grief in her heart. She places a small, personal item, a token of Bonner's. On his stone, a final act of respect and remembrance. The wind blows softly, carrying the whispers of the fallen soldiers with it. It's a somber but honorable moment, as Lena and her team take a quiet moment to reflect on their losses and the great sacrifices made. Lena's gaze turns upward, toward the vast sky above Earth. The stars are now a little closer, and the promise of a future with the Galactic Council feels more real than ever. The camera pulls back to reveal Earth from space, a peaceful blue planet where the animals, once on the verge of extinction, are now safe, their habitats protected. Humanity's victory is not just a military one, but one that guarantees the survival of Earth's diverse ecosystems. Later, in a private moment with her crew, Lena speaks to her soldiers. The weight of the battle is still fresh, but there's a sense of closure in her voice. "You've all given more than anyone could have asked," she says, her voice steady yet filled with emotion. "Bonner, all of them, they gave everything to protect what we believe in. We're not just a small species in the galaxy. We may be tiny compared to the vastness of space, but our hearts are enormous. We are giants, not because of our size, but because of our compassion. That is the strength that no one can ever take away from us." The crew listens quietly, their eyes heavy with the memories of their fallen comrades. But Lena's words give them strength, a reminder of what they've fought for and why it matters. The camera shifts to the faces of the team members, each one reflecting on the journey they've just completed. As the scene fades, the camera zooms out from the Earth, now secure and protected. The planet, once on the brink of destruction, now stands as a symbol of humanity's resilience and compassion. The stars shimmer in the distance, marking the beginning of a new chapter for humanity. They are no longer alone in the galaxy. With the Galactic Council's acceptance, humanity's place among the stars is assured. The screen fades to black, with the sounds of the memorial service and a soft wind lingering in the background, leaving the audience with a sense of peace, hope, and the knowledge that humanity has earned its future.